Welcome to our weekly discussion of all things current California politics. I'm Walt Gray, joined this week by reporter Emily Hoeven, political columnist with the San Francisco Chronicle. Emily, glad you're here with us on this Sunday. So this whole youth football thing really took off. You had Kevin McCarty of Sacramento proposing maybe a ban for kids 12 and under on tackle football. The governor came out and said, no way, I'm not in support of this. And apparently that's kind of killed it.
Yeah, the governor has been actually pretty aggressive so far in the first couple of weeks of the legislative session, saying that he doesn't support various bills. The youth football one was a really big one. He was saying that he, supports measures to make it safer, but does not support an outright ban and wants to give parents, the freedom to kind of choose what's best for their kids. So I think that's definitely a push against conservatives that accuse him of not supporting, parental choice and parental freedom. And then he also said that he does not support a wealth tax. And there had been a bill to potentially introduce that was heard in a committee, but then the governor said if it came to my desk, I was going to veto it. And so then no surprise there, it did not advance past the committee. And so he's really kind of showing his cards and I think trying to nip culture war debates in the bud before they even start on a national stage.
The California Senate debate, the first one is coming up tomorrow. 4 participants, the 4 leading, 3 Democrat, 1 Republican. Adam Schiff in the polls right now is the leader, but just at 21%. So this could go many different ways.
I think it will be really interesting to see these 4 candidates face to face for really the first time. And I think the wild card will definitely be Steve Garvey, the Republican candidate. A new poll that just came out also showed his lead ahead of Katie Porter in second place increasing. So he's a little bit still behind Schiff, but seemingly growing in the polls. And Garvey has notably declined interviews with every editorial board in California, the LA Times, the Sacramento Bee, and also my paper, the Chronicle. And so this is really the first opportunity for many voters to sort of hear his views on various things, and how the Democrats react and differentiate themselves, I think, will be really interesting.
You have a column out this week in the Chronicle. It's sort of a different topic that we don't generally talk about here. But what do you do if you're attacked by a dog on federal land? What'd you find out?
Yeah, so it does seem really random and out of the blue, but I was basically reached out to by a woman in San Francisco who had been viciously attacked by a dog on a beach in San Francisco. And it turns out that local law enforcement and local animal control were essentially powerless to handle the situation the way that they would have normally, and to, maybe have a sort of reprimand for the owner or take certain measures to increase the safety of the dog. Because of the fact that the attack was actually on federal land. And there used to be an agreement between San Francisco and the federal government about how to handle those types of situations, but that fell apart. And now there's really no agreement whatsoever, and it's kind of no man's land. And I'm not sure if that holds true on other pieces of federal land in other cities across the state, but I would definitely check on that if you're going to be on federal land in a certain city and, potentially being able to encounter other animals.
Yeah, or anything that could happen to you, an injury of any sort. Okay, Emily, thank you. If you would like to reach out to Emily Hoeven, you can do so by email, emily.hoeven@sfchronicle.com.